Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's replay review with the Company of Heroes 3 team. My name is John. I'm the community lead here at Relic, and of course, I'm joined by the Balance team. So let's do some quick intros. Let's start with Jason.
Hello. I'm Jason. I'm a senior designer on Company of Heroes 3.
And Darren.
Hey, my name's Darren Chen, and I'm also one of the designers on Company of Heroes 3.
Okay, great to have you both here today. So obviously, Darren and Jason, we're working in the background on update 2.3, which is going to be coming here pretty soon. We'll have more news announcing when that will release. Probably in the next, we'll announce in the next few days here when that update is coming. So you can stay tuned for that, and we'll have more information over the next few weeks. But today we're here to look at some player submitted replays and to share our scathing commentary about those matches. So maybe we can give some tips and tricks, call out some things that we're seeing in the matches. Yeah, Jason, Darren, neither of you have seen these matches, so I think these are going to be a bit of a surprise for you. Anything that you want to say before we get going, or do you just want to hop in and take a look?
No, we're ready to go. Just let's see what there is.
Curious to see what you have for us here.
All right. So for those that are watching live, we're also giving away 3 DLC keys, Steam keys for the Endure and Defy battle groups. So you can check the pinned comment in the Twitch chat to find out how you can enter for a chance to win one of 3 keys. Yeah, you can also hop into the Discord and find that giveaway there. So that giveaway will end in exactly 1 hour from now. So be sure to enter right now so you can get a chance to win that DLC.
Get your Fretsix and Partisans now.
Exactly. So yeah, so there's some really, really fun battle groups there. Polish being my favorite in that pack. Actually, let's go around. Jason, what's your favorite battle group in the Endure and Defy DLC pack?
Endure Defy. I mean, I've worked on them all so much.
They're all your precious children.
Yeah. I guess if I asked that to pick one, I really liked how the Kriegsmarine turned out. I'm a big fan of.
There were so many sweat and tears.
Yeah, it took so much.
What about you, Darren? What's your favorite?
I think I just like the Polish just because it's a lot of straightforward, but it's also like a lot of very cool stuff in there.
Okay, awesome. So let us maybe hop into the game and check out our first replay here. Let me click watch and let's get this loaded up.
It's funny because the Polish battle group changed completely twice throughout dev.
Mm-hmm. Especially the Lancers.
Well, I mean, but it was meant to be a more mechanics-driven battle group, and then.
Can you sorry, as I get this set up, can you maybe say a little bit more about that? Why was it the one that changed the most, or why did it go through so many iterations?
So, I mean, people probably noticed with the new pack, but kind of the idea we were going for was to have battle groups that focused on giving you a completely different playstyle than what you could do with the base factions. So a little bit much more extreme than previous battle groups. A lot of battle groups in the past usually you can do the normal armored light vehicle game plan, for example, but with an extra light vehicle or a different light vehicle or some things to bolster it, right? So if you think of US Armored or British Armored, right, it doesn't fundamentally change how you play the game, but it meaningfully changes the strategies available to you and how good they are. With the new pack, I mean, it's more noticeable with Partisans, for example. We wanted to give you a new mechanic or interaction with the game that's just fundamentally different from everything that you could do in the past. So the big 2 ones was the tunnels for Partisans and the hardpoints for Kriegsmarine. And for example, both of those are meant to be completely different ways to interact with the game, but also with those factions. The Polish was actually meant to be another one of those battle groups. They had a really not in depth, but a pretty all encompassing mechanic in the grudge mechanic, but it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, someone was asking if the Polish were actually initially on horses.
Dude, if we could do Cav, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we'd have to go to the Age of Empires team and borrow their horse tech
and everything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's probably not It's just too hard. And also, like most of the Cav infantry, right? As famous as they were, they fought dismounted, right? They used Cav as their their operational movement. They didn't actually use it in combat.
Yep.
More like dragoons.
Yeah.
I guess we should maybe actually talk
On
about
the
the match
game,
that we're
though.
watching.
Yeah.
So,
We should.
a huge thank you to CircuitArmTechy for submitting this replay. So what I'll say is CircuitArmTechy, if you are watching, send us a direct message on Discord, and we'll get you hooked up with an ultimate bundle from the store of your choice.
Looks like Red's going to be forced down from the south, though, because, one, that's not a really good building to put their MG in, but also, I think they could have just set up their MG during
Wait,
that
did he
phase.
put it in the outhouse?
Yes, he did put it in the small house.
I guess
It's
I should
one-
also say that the average rank of players in this match is bronze.
Okay.
So just take that for what it's worth in terms of the
Okay.
But yeah, it's one
here.
of the harder things to judge with Cole is like since our buildings actually do have windows, so if a building doesn't have a window facing toward the enemy, you can't shoot.
You have
it
to
at the-
be you have to be very
It's a lot of game knowledge to
precise.
understand.
We might as well introduce the match a little. I realize I was kind of rambling when we got in.
Yeah, no, of course.
This is
So,
yeah.
yeah, do you want to talk about the factions that are playing here?
I always get the name of this map wrong. Arius Perennius?
Ari Perennius, yep.
Okay. Well, yes. And then we have two Brits versus a Vermac and Attack. So a very classic 2v2 matchup. Has people locked in battle groups yet?
So
One is Aaron
the
C,
teal player has, they've picked Aaron C,
Yep. And
and
Alan has
the
gone
purple
Armored
player has
Support.
picked Armored Support.
Okay. So far, I think openers are fairly standard. We have a Grand Opener. The DAC player is going for a non-Panzer Grand Opener, but still fairly standard stuff.
very early MG from them.
Yeah, very early machine gun. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, this map usually revolves around fighting around the three major lanes, the two fuel points on the edge, and then the VP in the middle. But early game, generally all the combat's on the two fuel points on either side. I believe right now the allies have control of both, so they're chilling. They're happy with us.
Oh, a lot of health damage on the Tommies up north. Or so he's probably gonna have to pull back at some point unless he can bring healing up. But I don't think he has any.
Double machine gun coming from blue, so a few interesting choices for Tac.
Yeah. Very interesting, especially since he's facing the DAC player, and multiple machine guns is less useful against DAC in the early game, and especially when he starts getting to mid game.
Yeah.
Just because they're so vehicle heavy.
Did the Tac player double tech? He has a very small army right now. He must have double teched and then all. Oh well, it's too early for HTV.
We do have the Grens trying to move up. Oh, it's a very bad. Throws a grenade. No, no dodge. A lot of good damage on there.
Our stick grenades. Have to beware of them. Wait, that means red has already teched.
No, Grenadiers get their grenades from the
Oh yeah.
start,
Oh
remember?
my goodness.
Well, looks like the MG will get the Tommies, force them off. Not sure if he'll be able to get the white with the Grenadiers, though. They still get decent amount of health on the remaining two models, but a lot of damage.
I think right now we're playing basically two 1v1s right now.
That's kind of how 2v2s
Classic.
start.
Classic 2v2, yeah.
Classic 2v2. Double machine gun. Wow, okay, this is a machine gun match. Coming from the DAC player as well.
So Axis is down, I believe, because they just lost the fuel cutoff to the south, and North still hasn't been fully decapped yet, but Blue has been forced off. I think that's 2 anti-tank rifle squads, though. So a lot of mobile AV.
Oh, paradrop.
What? Oh,
Looks like Teal's bringing in the commando squad.
oh, good old commandos. Against Vermont. I mean, early commandos can be really scary. If you can.
Is he immediately just planting the demo on the point?
Very bold
Is
choice.
he gonna?
Oh,
they're cloaked.
wait.
They're cloaked. That's,
Oh,
okay.
you got revealed.
The question is,
Wait, shoot
is
the
he gonna-
demo.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
no,
gonna
no,
get
wait,
Are they
he
gonna get
can't.
it? Are they gonna get it?
Oh no!
Wait.
Big
No.
money, big money. Let's go.
Oh no! There's the cloak demo.
He must have not have seen the commando building it in front of him. That's unfortunate. You know, it would have been very funny if you threw a grenade onto the demo and then ended up blowing it up, killing a lot of the commando squad. I could have gone very much the other way, but unfortunately, he did not see. I mean, early commandos have the ability to swing the game like this. That was a very good trade for Teal. I'd expect them to be able to lock down the bottom side quite a bit here. And then in the middle, blue just seems to be pushing through the DAC player right now. I don't know what's happening.
Tag doesn't really have a lot of like combat units, and they just lost the bike, but their build was I think like 1 to 2 Panzer piles, the half track, the bike, but not a lot of combat power. No real like rush to assault grens or any like
is that burnout? Did someone lock in Canadians?
Yep, that's Canadian burnout.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, purple didn't seem to have like get any sort of shock unit or oh, and mine somehow got the entire section
goodbye.
though. Like not a lot of pushing power to get the Brits off in the early game.
Yeah, looks like he's going for like a slower strat with 2 machine guns and then an LEIG behind it. Uh-oh, get away! No.
Oh,
Get the squad out! Get the squad out! Okay, at least. Okay. For those who don't know, the way it works is if you have an infantry squad in a vehicle as it dies, there's a 50% chance each guy in the transport dies. And it's essentially multiple coin flips.
A little tip and trick, because well, for vehicle disembark, if you tab into the squad inside and give them a move order, they will exit the vehicle, but the vehicle will retain its
move order.
But things that look like are not going well for Red. Looks like he's lost his machine gun. He just lost his Ketten on top of existing casualties. So,
there's a bit of a homing sticky grenade that got it.
And
Another
burnout.
burnout over here.
Gets hit by burnout as well.
Oh, the blue player is playing on both sides of the map. Look at that.
Good situational awareness.
It is.
But yeah, things are not going well for Red down in the south.
Nope. Probably those. Wait, the commandos probably did some.
Interestingly, they haven't picked a battle group. So if you were this red player, would you pick a battle group at this point, or what would your strategy be to sort of make a comeback on this side?
You definitely need to use the battle groups. I mean, at this point, he's so far behind. He has what? Mechanized, Terror, and is that
the only thing is maybe getting the Stug D call in just to replenish some of his forces and get like that shock vehicle with the Stoss.
I mean,
but he is really far behind, especially in like trying to push back the allies.
Yeah, he doesn't even have that many munitions, so if he goes breakthrough, he can't even get out the MP40 package as much. Like at this point, usually in a 2v2, if you're this far behind, you gotta let your teammate know and play together. It is easier to play at a disadvantage with 2 players together than it is to play, 1v1 where you're this behind in units.
It's like, blue almost lost.
Machine gun just got away.
Magic sliver of health. Is this Nutter burnout? Wow. We got the commandos.
Friendly fire here.
No, he's actually gonna run.
Well, you don't have to. Okay, well. So burnout does make the point easier to cap, so you don't need to retreat there.
And he would have just self-healed, because commandos do have self-healing. There's the MG nest.
Blue's going for a machine gun nest. I mean, Blue's in a good spot. He's had good map control.
No, purple has had the field for a bit now, so yeah, it's been holding.
Now, burnout is expensive. The blue has been putting that down on repeat.
A little bit late on the vehicle timings as well. Like
is that a Stuart?
Yeah, we got both a Humber and a Stuart coming around the 10-minute mark, so these are fairly late
he's
into the game.
rebuilding the kit and crad. Look at that. I mean, the kit and crad is quite good on this map because of the laney nature of it. So you get the vision. You also want the detection against the commandos, but like. You are hurting so much for combat power right now.
Is this med bunker forward? I just realized Red has a forward med bunker. I'm not sure if he has a forward retreat with it in the back line. Just a little bit more. No, that's a weird placement for the med bunker. You generally want, if you can, how it works in team games as well, and this generally helps a lot of players. Is one player will get the healing for both players if you're able to do it, rather than both players by healing, just so it
Yeah.
saves a little bit of resources
Yeah,
between group.
the DAC is building his med truck right now.
And apparently our Humber just already died up north.
Oh, goodbye.
So it looks like it got ambushed by the Panzerjäger, and there's a flak track now.
Oh. We're, what, 11 minutes in?
Oh yeah, there's our dead Humber up here.
Oh, probably died to, what, the Jaegers? Yeah, the Jaegers. Caught it.
Pretty late for a lot of these light vehicles. Generally, you start seeing them around 6 to 7 minutes into the game. These are pretty late, but
Later timings.
but there's been a lot more like infantry being built between the British players. If you have pretty large infantry armies.
Suppress the machine gun, grenade it with the sapper. Okay, okay.
He's
Now
now
we take
building
the
a
DP.
CWT truck, so I guess it probably going to use that for forward reinforce. We do have a Whirlwind though for red, so
I was gonna say one of the problems with using AT rifles as your early anti-tank is that they're not amazing against the Flak-Vrieling, but yeah.
So what would the better option be here for a blue player?
AT gun would probably be,
yeah.
but
I mean, if his Humber was still alive, 2 AT rifles and a Humber can be very threatening. You can beat that, but like, you do need to out-micro your opponent there.
no, early AT rifles are more like a counter to like the extrats, like the 2509 to push that back in the early game.
Which, to be fair, he did get. He does have the combat half tracks right now. He has the 12509 sitting around. Red is now on his verbal winds.
But there's a lot of mines being placed down between the two players.
Oh, minor tip. If you lay your mines, you probably want to shift order your engineers off of it, because you don't want them to sit over top your mines when your opponent rolls in. I saw Teal's engineers sitting there after they've laid the mines. And if that Warble Wind rolled up on them, it would have been pretty bad. I mean, Red is now somewhat recovered. I think Teal's army is stagnated a little.
Oh, what?
Lost the CWT
Another,
truck.
he made a Polston truck, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then those Jaegers killed it again. Unfortunate. Yeah, I mean,
You gotta be really careful with the British light vehicles. They're generally more supportive than they are working on their own.
Commandos, you're still on hold fire.
Oh,
You're still on hold fire.
oh no, they're not.
All right, get out of there.
Gonna move.
Get out of there. Okay, okay. Trying to be cheeky with the ambush. I mean, if he got the ambush bonus there, maybe he could have kicked away the grenadiers, but not the verbal. I mean, I think Red right now has no AT. Or no.
He's got a miter on the way.
Yeah, they're
though,
building
so-
it.
He is building it, but like Teal probably could have exploited it a little bit more with the Stuart, but he's taking his time. Blue's trying to repair his machine gun.
He has to be
Ooh,
careful.
a flank.
Big flank.
He's gotten around the machine gun. Unfortunately, the flak moved away, so he's lost. You can't jump to that. But
So it looks
maybe
like
he can
he
get
looks
this
like he's
machine
trying
gun.
to attack the LAIG with a squad.
With
But he's
his-
going to get the MG forced back. The flak's going to be forced to rotate over.
All right, wait. Go back.
Oh, looks like
No, 'cause the flak,
gonna be
yeah,
forced away by all those
yeah.
AT rifles. He might lose the
Oh,
LAIG.
the LAG.
Oh, yep, he's going to lose
Okay,
that.
LAG down. Can we kill it?
Kill or steal?
We'll see.
Steel feels very ambitious at this
Might he
point.
just want to, attack,
Oh.
move on to the gun with the Tommies.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is something not all players know, but neutral team weapons, when they're decreed like this, you can actually shoot them. If you issue an attack order, you can attack these things directly.
Attack move command to be exact.
Yeah, with the...
Flak's going back in. It's got its repairs.
So the LAG could be dead right now. So.
Oh,
No, not quite.
he's not going to be able to get. Oh, he's going to actually pull
He's gonna
Tommy's
pull them
back.
back.
But not going to deal with the LAG, so Dak will be able to recruit that, especially with the medical truck.
Bishop coming out, second murder coming out. Purple's army has thinned out a little bit here. I just realized he's lost.
Oh, that's another demo charge.
Goodbye.
I don't know if they had sweepers or not. I don't think they did, but
I can
Wow.
see
Okay,
why
this
they
commando has
submitted this replay.
been worth its value. Oh, he picks up an AT
Interesting.
rifle.
Gonna pick that up.
Oh, double AT rifle commando. That's interesting. Let's see. Oh, wait, we can kill the flak.
He might be able to.
Wait,
He needs to get an
okay.
AT grenade, I think, onto it before. Or
I'm
get
pretty
it,
sure if you just shoot it.
because
Okay.
the suppression's gonna kick in. But
Yeah, but the AT rifle should be able to kill.
Nope,
Oh, something
no.
else killed it. Okay.
uh,
Oh,
looks
second
like-
AT rifle.
second
Get
AT.
more AT rifle.
Okay, we're in
and the
trouble
And the
now.
medical
We're in
truck
trouble
is just
now.
driving in, but Stewart's gonna get it.
Oh, AT gun facing. Wait, is it facing? No, it's facing.
So well, there goes Purple's entire army.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
what really
think Purple's had better days here.
very good use of the commandos. I think that's 2 stealth demos, and I mean, picking up 2 AT rifles to like kill a flak veerling with it is pretty cool.
What strike is this? Oh, that's just the base howitzer.
No, I think it's the bishop.
Oh, that's the base
That's
howitzer.
okay. There is a bishop on the field. Red trying to make something happen by pushing into the map.
He has quite a bit of manpower, so maybe another Jaeger wouldn't be bad. He's also got the munitions, which you generally, for Jaegers, you do need to spend munitions to make them more effective. So you generally either want to get them the scope rifles early, or if for anti-infantry work, or the Shrek for
I have
supporting
not
the
been
Warble.
paying attention to the resource float, but Dak is currently building like 1,000 resources worth of units simultaneously. Stug D and 2 Panzer Gruns
Med
coming
truck,
out.
2 Panzer.
And a med truck. Okay. Those units would have been helpful earlier, but
Yeah, well,
hey,
the big thing is also like you generally until you get your army into a good state, you don't want to be floating too much.
yeah. And one of the problems now is that now that the Panzer Gruns are coming out at Vet 0, they are going to be fighting vetted British infantry, which is difficult.
Oh, that's some bad luck trying to hit the truck.
These martyrs are very brave.
Maybe they were
and
trying to
they're-
attack ground on the.
Well, they were just in siege. They're just in lockdown, and now they're they're not the most mobile things. This A2, yeah. I mean,
Stewart can probably dive in and get one of them.
Blue was waffling around with the A2 rifles a little
Oh, he
bit.
might
The
lose-
steward might actually die here. Oh, one more shot.
No, he
Oh,
gets-
he goes
they
into
got
lockdown. Okay, you gotta exit
you-
that. You
but
gotta
you-
get out of here. You gotta get out. It's
wait,
so dead.
burnout is what kills him.
Oh,
See
rip.
burnout taken out, but the martyr is very lightly armored, and
All right,
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah, I think that's
GG's.
the GG.
Okay. Fun little game. Good use of the commandos cleared house there a little bit, and then I think we saw a lot of light vehicles die that game.
Final thoughts on that match, Jason, Darren? Because any sort of tips and tricks that you want to relay to any of the players that were just observing?
I mean, probably the biggest one is resource use. You want to use all your resources when you can. There are some moments in the game where you want to not flood out on infantry if you're like late on fuel or something, just so that you have the manpower for units later on. But like you want to control your float to be like at most like 300, 400, and that's only if you are very close to like a particular vehicle timing or a very important upgrade. That notwithstanding, like generally, the more units you have, the better off you are. It's just easier to respond to whatever your opponent's doing. That's probably the thing that like trips up like the newer like less experienced players the most.
also there's like knowledge check. Like the moment you see commandos on the field, there's a high expectation you're gonna just see the stealth demo. In the game.
Yeah, you do. Like, once you see a commando on the field, they are a very large resource investment. So, spending the time to properly counter that unit is usually worth it. Not all units demand you to, like, change your game plan to explicitly counter that unit, but the commando is one of those units. And also, if you can stop the commando from attaining veterancy, if you can get into the mid-game when you have, like, light vehicles around or just better Axis infantry, the commandos, if they don't get veterancy, don't really do very well. So if you can stop that kind of snowball, it's quite effective. So
There was also the light vehicles themselves were fairly late for all the players. You generally want to get these on a little bit earlier so you can utilize their timings before.
Yeah.
As we saw, like by the time they were arriving, there was enough AT on the field to like make, particularly the Humber will just disappear once enough AT is hit the field due to its low health.
Right.
Use your resources.
Cool. Thanks again, CircuitArmTechy, for sending in that replay. Again, please reach out to us on Discord, and we'll get you hooked up with a cosmetics pack of your choice. And please, for everyone else, don't forget that we have a great giveaway running right now for the Endure and Defy DLC. So we're giving away 3 Steam copies of that DLC Battle Group pack. So you can find the link to enter that giveaway in the Twitch chat, or you can also go to the Discord and find that as well. So I think we should jump into our 1v1. So some quick context before we get into it. This was submitted by Hussarius, one of our moderators, and I believe sorry. So we're looking at a skill range from like silver 3 to iron 1 for this match here. So let's jump over to the gameplay and let's get going.
I just realized Teal was the player who submitted the replay for the previous one, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, good move with the AT rifle pickup. That was pretty cool.
So we got weapon support center start for
Pathfinders. Okay.
he
A
did stay in the
classic
base.
opener.
He did stay in the base to get that reinforcement and
Yes.
unlock. So
Some players don't actually wait for it, but
is he go? I was gonna say, is he gonna get the fuel?
you know, a little bit of min-maxing. Getting out the
So can you describe what that is for players that don't know?
Yeah, so if you issue a normal capture order on a point, the unit will move towards the flag and then just stop once it's gotten close enough to the flag. Now, if you really want to min-max, obviously you want to manually tell the squad to move as far up as possible before, so just so you can move on to the next point ever bit faster. It's more relevant on units like the Scouts and the Pathfinders because they have faster capture anyway. So the faster you can move around, the more efficient it is.
Yeah.
It's a good habit to do. It does require a little bit more micro. So if you're like a newer player, there are more important things to focus on. But this is a nice way to optimize your
Got
infantry
an
a
early
little bit.
push to the cutoff. So HMG versus Panzer Pioneer. This is going to favor the HMG. Just because of its DPS, Panzer Pioneers have good long-range DPS, but outside that, even at mid to short, it's not impressive.
Yeah, I mean this is like Crossing the Woods is quite interesting in a like early game 1v1 because both players have quite a few decisions on how they want to play the map. So the US player has decided to go fully left, and also the DAC player has simultaneously made the same decision. So this is going to be a really bloody low resource early game.
Well, DAC is going to connect the fuel in a moment. Once they take the manpower point, so US is going to be quite a ways behind. They don't. And they don't have their cutoff, so they're not getting the 5 fuel to your left.
Yeah.
And Crossing in the Woods, is very much a
HMG?
map that is dependent on or highly rotates around those 2 cutoffs. So they'll be key throughout this matchup.
Yeah, because like you basically as a player you need to decide, hey, am I going to go for the field that's easier to connect, which is the one that doesn't have a cutoff. So this is the one that DAC went for. However, if you go for this capture order, you get less fuel overall because you can't connect the +5 on the other side. So if you look in the top right of the map there, the DAC hasn't connected his +5 yet. And if you can try and grade to get both, but usually that's kind of bad. If your opponent pushes on either end, you'll lose either one or both. The US player actually decided to go the aggressive route, going for his +5 and for the enemy's +10. Didn't quite work out for him because his DAC player actually played a really cool opener where the Panzer Pioneer opened on the VP point, which is not usually where you would put that unit. And I think he caught the US player off guard, jumping his cutoff right at the start.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the issue of
Our
going
first
the other way.
paratrooper squad, so airborne, because it's airborne, he's going to replace, obviously, the main lines with paras, because they just arrived very early into the game.
Oh, they're going to be quite good. I'm interested to see what.
We're not going to have weapon upgrades anytime soon, though. He doesn't have munitions.
Yeah, he doesn't have
because
minis. This is going to be a very low resource early game.
Because, for the South player, you need to start moving toward the north to get your munitions, really.
Yeah.
Where left side is more your fuel.
And this is the issue for the US player of trying to take the left side. Your cutoff is constantly exposed. So whenever you push units to the far left, your opponent can essentially mitigate them. Like he doesn't even have to fight them, but he makes them functionally useless by just attacking
So
this
looks like we have
point.
a mass retreat. Even the MG's falling back.
Oh,
Where's
what
that
the?
going?
Oh, okay.
He does have the MG though, so I feel like because the cutoff is so vulnerable in that early game, you generally want to keep the MG around that position, or at least you want to keep one unit near the cutoff just so you can stall it out.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
being contested, playing it maybe a little bit too
Yeah.
wide.
So we haven't even fought that many engagements, but the U.S. player is quite a ways behind. He's trying to play very aggressive, but he's getting consistently punished
Yeah.
by the the fairly good map
Oh,
movement from the deck
the
player.
repairs kicked in, and you lost PG models fairly quickly. So
Oh, goodbye.
I think we also failed to properly introduce this, but this is again. I think I mentioned
Hussarius?
this one was submitted by Hussarius, who's playing
I see.
U.S. forces, already picked airborne, obviously, and then Luftwaffe in the red playing DAC, who's locked in armored support.
I approve of this name, Luftwaffe.
I could go for some waffles right now.
Now, the really scary thing for the U.S. player at this point is going to be the light vehicle timing from DAC. DAC has been able to get a pretty major fuel advantage, while U.S. has also been put very far behind on fuel. It's really annoying to be in this situation because you need to get out an answer for the vehicle. But as US, if you're this far behind, you have no very good answer. You kind of have to go either the Zook upgrade on the... Oh god. That should die.
Run, Captain.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunate. Okay.
So yeah, a little late on the retreat. I don't think the captain was in properly in heavy cover. He was facing toward in the position, so he's not going to get the cutoff either. And this is dangerous with the.
Yeah. This is right now. This is the only reprieve you're gonna have for the next few minutes because Dak has just built his tech, and he's saving resources both for the light vehicle and
Can we check
for
the base
his
to see
HDD.
what they have? Can we check the base to see what the DAC player has? Do they have a tier 2 up, or is it just an upgraded tier?
Yeah, I think I saw in the production queue he got tier 1.5.
So, because Hussarius did go weapon support center, which is generally safer against DAC because it does have bazookas.
Some
and
grenade just went off and nuked a home ground.
he will have access to the AT half track, so he will have AT there, and he can even get bazookas if he wanted to. But he is pretty low on munitions. But we got the crates on the way.
Munitions crate. Wait, so that means he's not going for the AT gun.
Yeah, he's not.
Interesting. Okay, that's a cool order of unlocking in the tree.
So we are now cut off. The DAC player is now cut. He doesn't have a lot of units because it
No.
looks like he's just been mainly trying to rush tech.
Did
but,
he? He hasn't lost a unit, has he? No, he lost a. No, his bike is
No,
still on
he
the
hasn't.
field.
He hasn't lost a unit, so he is down by quite a few units.
Yeah,
units,
he's
so he might
quite
be
a
just-
ways behind. No, normally Dak does have a brief window weakness before the 6:30 phase when he's double saving for both the half track deployment and for the tech decision for the vehicle. But this was a little bit more noticeable than normal. Now, here comes the flag. If the Dak player realizes the US player has no AT, he can essentially nullify half the resources on the map by just very aggressively pushing the cutoff. This is kind of the really scary thing. You can kind of lock out your opponent entirely, or be locked out as the allied player here. We'll see if the DAC player does this.
Do you think rebuilding the captain was the right call?
I don't think he should have rebuilt the captain. I would probably rush him to get out at least one of the half-track variants in this matchup, just so you have some.
You need AT.
You need AT.
Yeah, and you really don't want to go to Zooks against the potential flak.
And he has paras anyway, so he can get the triple bazooks if he really needs.
Oh,
short
okay, so
range.
he does have that. He does get a volley off. Okay, that's really critical.
We did lose an engineer squad, so Blue has lost quite a few units over the course of this game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, getting off that volley on the flak is extremely important because now the flak gets kicked off the field. Normally, if you are very careful with the flak, you can stop most of the damage from coming in. Or at the very least, you can trade, so you can force that Zook paratrooper unit to retreat while you bring back your flak. And at very least there, you're trading even on map control. But
A big thing with the units
Oh.
like the flak and like these long
What the?
Oh, is he trying? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's
Oh.
going
That's
for it.
ambitious.
What's going
I
on
don't
here?
think he's going
Wait,
to
he's going to try and snipe. Oh,
the base
the
ended.
smoke's not in the right place.
That
Oh,
was too bad.
I mean, that's a really cool idea.
That's
Okay,
cheeky,
I
yeah.
respect that. I respect that.
Maybe, I wonder if you can actually satchel the hedgerows and sneak between the two bunkers, because technically.
Yeah, you can. You probably could.
But with units like the flak, yeah, the big thing is they're generally good against anti-tank squads, but they do need to be like screened, or you at least need someone to spot for them for their extended range. If they're not able to use their range, they're a lot less effective.
So,
Oh, we lost the crowd ships in.
yeah, so what we're seeing right now in terms of map control is interesting because the one advantage is if you do secure the left side as the bottom spawn, now attacking your opponent is really good because you're essentially forcing him to be able to be cut off. So if you can secure your aggressive side and your opponent's stuck on theirs, being like you can get a lot of damage done if you win that trade. So what happened to the U.S. player in the early game is now happening to the DAC player, where he's constantly getting attacked on his cutoff, and he's trying to get out on the map simultaneously, which is just consistently not working. So this is kind of like one of the interesting things.
He's also saving a lot of manpower, which I wouldn't want.
Yeah,
to
you wouldn't want to do right now.
He doesn't have enough units to like
Yeah.
contest, which is a big issue he's having.
Yeah,
'Cause,
when in doubt, you want to spend your resources.
maybe he's trying to rush the Flame Panzer, but they don't think it's gonna still arrive soon enough.
Even if he is, he's probably saving a little bit too much manpower. It's what
300 around.
Yeah, it's right. So like you could definitely fit in like a Panzer pile or something.
Nope. The sight blocking, that little tree is enough to block both of them.
Like the U.S. player right now doesn't have a particularly strong infantry unit. The Zooks aren't great. The one vet one paratrooper is probably the strongest infantry unit he has, and like an LMG Panzergren can give that unit.
Oh,
a
there's
lot
the
of
Flame
trouble.
Panzer, so this is
Okay,
the
so
dangerous part.
he was going for this, but he had enough resources to get out one more unit.
I don't think the para. Maybe he's.
Oh. Okay. Wait, we can
Flank
run down that
yours.
unit. Oh wait, we could end the game. Oh, okay. He doesn't see the angle. So one of the disadvantages of going going for the Pathfinders, rather than riflemen, is you have no anti-tank grenades. So even though it looked kind of scary for the Flame Panzer because it went down to almost no HP, the Americans actually have no other AT on the entirety of the field.
Right, because
So-
if this was an infantry squad, they
Yeah.
could have just looped around.
You could just run it down.
Yeah. Like normally you would be afraid of mines and or anti-tank grenades, but the US player has no engineer for mines and has
Yeah, he
no
recently killed the
no
engineer,
snares,
so
right?
there wouldn't be any additional
Yeah.
mines. And airborne already requires a lot of munitions to upgrade
Yeah.
its infantry.
So if the DAC player was really aggressive, he actually had an opportunity to win the
He's
game. there.
rebuilding the bike, interestingly enough. I guess it's because
He's just hurting for cap.
yeah, he really needs to capture stuff.
But I think the bigger problem is he just probably like if he has one more Panzergren or like one more vetted up Panzer Pioneer, he would be in such a better position. Because I think one of the issues is because he's persistently behind in capping, he keeps getting these bad engagements, and also it's tying down all his power units. Is a really important unit, like for example, his flak Link here is stuck kicking away like a single Pathfinder. You don't really want to be using your power units to do this.
Oh, there's the
Oh,
bazookas.
and yeah,
On the
and then it leaves them vulnerable because your opponent knows, hey, this is where you committed your flak, and then I can now move my very slow anti-tank infantry onto these units, and I think he's going to actually get the kill on both of these. I don't think he's going to be able to kill. Ooh, good smoke. Yeah, he's probably going to
gonna
kill
get the
both vehicles
250.
here.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
The flak goes down, and oh, he doesn't get the 250 though. Maybe.
He should. There's nothing to kill this.
I'm not sure why he's keeping the 250 there. He just kind of.
Well, there's nowhere else for him to go.
I think he could. You still like even if it seems
lost
like
the retreating squad though.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You might be
All
able to
right,
get
we
him.
can get a little. This is still yet another angle for the DAC player to win.
try to get, but the vet 3 paras though. That's a lot of
Yeah,
health.
you can run down into the base here. It is a vet 3 para, so they're pretty hard to kill. Good smoke grenade.
Smoke to save.
The flame tank doesn't dive. Okay, so we kind of missed an. Oh no, we got an AT gun. Okay, all right. We weren't able to win the game there.
Yeah,
but-
I feel like that flame tank, easily could have
Oh, we did lose a
They
paratrooper,
hadn't seen
though.
any other AT
We
up to
did
that
lose
point.
a paratrooper
Yeah, we
unit
did.
from Alright, so the first one that did fall back did get wiped on retreat. It's just the other squad, because paras do have very strong vet with the damage reduction, so they're meant to be a very durable infantry unit. So
Yeah.
that didn't allow them to get back, especially with additional health at vet.
Yeah. But that whole play was only kind of only happened because the DAC player doesn't have like the units to just kick away a Pathfinder just with like a red.
It doesn't dodge the grenade
goodbye!
either. That's the upgrade
No,
grenade.
the Pioneer. Oh, he's so dead. And okay, well, that's yet another swing. Okay, both these players are definitely slugging it out here.
I feel like as the JAG player, you could also back tech to the machine gun. Wouldn't be a bad, especially on crossing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know that you do have to deal with the Pathfinder, but would stop the Paros pretty hard in general.
It would
from
stop
advancing.
the paras. It would have made a lot more sense if his flak was still alive. Now that he doesn't have the flak to protect, I think I probably would just double down on infantry. Like, if you look, this assault grenadier has no predators. Like, this unit can just run through the entirety of the U.S. Army. And like the U.S. Army, unironically, would need all of his units together to beat this one assault grenadier. Had this unit come out like a while earlier, the DAC
He
player
could
would
have
been
probably
such a
got
good
it from
better
the
spot.
half-track deployment, but I think he was expecting some sort of vehicle.
Yeah, some kind of light vehicle. Yeah, he did get the Panzerjäger out, which is the most common thing to get out. But
It hasn't done anything this entire
it's literally done nothing.
Generally, from what I see, is like DAC will get their first half-track deployment in response to some sort of timing unit from the other faction. So Panzerjäger against like a light vehicle or assault grens that they want to keep pushing.
Now that the dust has settled a little and we're taking stock, the game is somewhat even, I would say. Both players have lost a lot of key units. I would say the U.S. player is probably in a slightly better position.
But I don't think the Jack's he's making an AT gun now when he doesn't really need the AT
Yeah.
gun. I know we have the God Vision mode, but
Yeah.
I don't think the US player's been ahead enough to get the tank depot anytime soon, even as airborne,
Yeah. But like,
because he didn't have the map for the early game. Oh,
Rocket grenade.
goodbye. Oh, goodbye. All right, some really key grenades there.
Where is the Panzer?
It was repairing, I think. Yeah. Oh, and now you have to try and use a flame panzer against the Vet 3 bazooka bazooka paratrooper.
Oh, they got a lot of bounces though.
Yeah, the paratrooper is kind of all lined up. Not ideal.
Trying to spread out.
When when fighting a flamethrower tank, it is advised to spread out your unit a little bit. But
Another one.
So yeah, one thing you can do is if for units to spread out is to
okay.
right click in the open and then hold down the drag command. That will generally try and get their formation spread out.
Yes. Yeah. That's a little bit of a micro trick.
I
I mean, as long as you're not near cover, your squad won't bunch up. If you issue a move command near cover, they will naturally want to start bunching up.
I know Hussarius has been using grenades pretty well, but I think some grenades are used a little bit too liberally. Just especially when you're trying to grenade someone in the open.
Yeah.
Like that last rifle grenade. It does burn through your munitions.
It
pretty
does burn.
quick.
Yeah. If you look, the munitions for blue is completely down.
We might lose the captain here.
Okay, so if we're the U.S. player now, we need to be really, really careful. 2 flame tanks can very easily win the game if we're just a little not careful. If it catches out our bazooka team at any point, it's terrible. Our bazooka paratrooper. Now, it's really nice. It's at Veteran C3. It is really, really difficult or it's like much stronger than a normal paratrooper. But we are careful. We're keeping it kind of near the center of the map. In the back. We don't want to reveal that to the DAC player at all. And once the flame tanks reveal themselves, now we want to hit
the
them.
scout out or get the Pathfinder down.
We're so done. Yeah. It is very like the flame tanks can be really strong, especially if you don't try and counter them with your own vehicle. So if you don't have a Chaffee or a GMC out, they can be very dominant because they do so much damage. They can just pop in, kill a unit, and then pop out. And if you have no way to punish that, you're at a pretty large disadvantage.
So VPs, the Axis do have them all, though the Allies do have quite a bit more currently. Another paratrooper squad, he's rebuilding the Pathfinder, interestingly enough.
I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
I guess for more map control, though, it is
Yeah.
kind of dangerous at this time with like the double flame
The
Panzer
double
run.
flame,
So I would probably see about looking for maybe a GMC,
yeah. Can we
but
look at the U.S. player space? I'm curious where his teching
Team
currently
Depot, I
is.
believe it. There's the tank depot.
Okay, so he does have Tank Depot out. Okay, I see. So then it makes sense to build the Pathfinder. You just want to maintain a little bit of infantry before you get onto your vehicles. It is kind of scary trying to transition into late game vehicles against this kind of DAC build, because if the DAC player is looking for blood, he could be looking to end the game at any point. You have no mines, you have no snares. At any point, if you misposition the AT gun, you lose. If you misposition the bazooka team, you lose. You have no like credible threat. A single Chaffee or like a GMC would radically change that. You would be immune to losing, as long as you didn't like run that vehicle to death. But
So Dak did get out the medical truck, so it will very late healing, but they definitely need it at this point. They
Yeah.
have a lot of wounded squads.
yeah, it is like the amount of or the lack of like infantry emphasis in this game is pretty, or not infantry emphasis, I guess. The DAC players managed to coast around with very little investment on his infantry.
I'm a little confused about why they built this AT gun, though.
He's expecting a vehicle.
Yeah, it's preemptive. Sometimes people build preemptive, which makes sense sometimes, but generally AT you want to only deploy when you like the expectation is like there's probably going to be a vehicle due to like he has these many units. There's probably going to be this happening against airborne. You generally, though, vehicles are much less likely to appear against airborne because they're generally trying to fast tech into the depot.
Yeah. Now, when you go flame tanks, you generally do want some AT to make sure they don't get run down by a Chaffee or a GMC, like we mentioned.
Oh, he
Like-
might lose this.
Yeah.
Oh, side hits.
Get out! Oh, second volley.
Oh,
Oh,
just living life to
He
to the
just
Hellcat.
manages to get it around the house so that not every bazooka could
But
fire.
Hellcat might
Oh.
try to dive into the base to grab it. So
Oh, get your. This is where you need your AT gun. AT gun, come. We require aid. Oh no, this flame panzer is in vet 1. It can't block visor. Panzerjäger comes out,
I would
fires
keep.
snares.
He's not driving the hell. He's not. keeping
Okay,
the
he
truck.
could snipe this. I think that's one shot. Oh no, it's more.
Oh my God, are you
Wait,
kidding?
Just barely.
Wait, the med truck got killed. Oh, the med truck got.
Oh,
this
got
micro-
killed by the 6. Oh, rip.
That's not good. Yeah, gotta be
Okay.
very careful with that
Yeah.
unit. Oh, he's
So-
gonna smoke out. That's gonna get.
Yeah,
the
now that the Hellcat is out, the flame tanks have gone from potentially winning the game at any moment to like pretty difficult to use all of a sudden. Now that you have kind of a trifecta between the bazooka paratrooper, the AT gun, and the Hellcat, you are pretty immune to losing the game to these units at this point, which is their primary threat. Now they're going to be very difficult to get value out of.
And the U.S. player can now transition into other vehicles like the standard Sherman, or if
Yeah.
he really wants to just clear up infantry, he could go Dozer if
Yes.
he really wanted to.
Yes.
Because the
It's a-
DAC only has one AT gun to really protect.
Where's Dax Tech at right now?
Still
Yeah,
far
no,
away
but
from it because
he's-
he's bought an armory upgrades because he got the self repair. But
And he's on support elements, right? So he has no martyrs. Yeah, he's in.
he's
Now Dak is in a ton of trouble.
And as you can see, like even though he does have like the emergency repairs, it's taking so long to get these tanks back into action. In that, there's just so much downtime. But he is now pushing the cutoff. But the MG should be able to lock it out.
Yeah, and then he lost the medical truck, so that 6-man or that 5-man Panzer Gren with no health is going to stay at no health, which
I guess he does have the 250
Sucks.
at least. He did call in an LEIG as well.
oh no, Assault Grenadiers.
It should make it back. I don't think the Pathfinders are going. Oh, there's the LEIG shot from left field.
LAIG is not gonna do much at this point. Like the
He just has so much anti-infantry in the forms. Would be gonna lose probably the Pathfinder.
flame tank things. Your opponent was caught sleeping.
But the hell
Oh, but
should probably get
let's
that.
get away. Wait, he captained it, and then okay,
I don't.
captain plus vet 2.
I don't know if that stacks for retreat. It might.
I think it does.
Yeah, once again, the tanks are getting bullied by a single Hellcat. Even just building a
Yeah,
It's
this
single-
AT gun has not been in the correct position for a while.
He's gonna get shot off though.
Oh,
Needs to
wait,
back
but the
down.
Hellcat might die. The Hellcat might die. One more AT shot, and then...
Nope, just barely.
Wait, did the
sliver.
Panzerjägers not get a second? Oh,
No, they didn't even get in range to get a shot off.
Oh, did he stop? He didn't attack move with it correctly? Oh. Well, a bit of a mistake.
Well,
Flame tank down.
he can salvage it. He can get some of the resources back though. So that's part of that.
He does have the kits, so he will have that. Well, that's...
Oh,
Now that people have gotten more used to using salvage. Like salvage was arguably stronger before, but then no one really used it, so we kept buffing it. But now salvage, people have figured out how strong salvage is. If anything, we need to probably
yeah, it's one of the things we may look at, just because it does give you a lot of resources back for how quick it is.
Yeah, it's just it's way too fast now. You know. But.
In the current match, Hussarius he has got a lot of manpower. I would probably you should get his next tank out just right now.
Oh, the Dak player is kind of just stuck on his flame tanks.
Wait, did they build another flame tank?
No, that's
That's a new one.
He's doubling down, which at this point in the game, you might be able to get a few wipes, but there's more armor coming out from the US player, which is just going to deny that.
You probably wait. Is that combat salvage?
What do you mean combat salvage?
For his battle group? Did he not get the command panzer?
No, well, no, wait, assault salvage, you mean?
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think he has assault salvage. I can't zoom in enough.
Yeah, okay. So, as a last ditch, he could have gotten the command panzer. That would have been better than this flame.
He does have a lot of munitions for the loiter if he does want the anti-tank loiter.
He's not leveraging. Oh, as you say it, there it is. He just unlocked it. So
it will deny the US vehicles, but he's only going to get maybe 2 use.
Oh, big.
Oh, the rocket run.
Nice rocket run.
With the bazooka and Hellcat. I'm not sure what were those flame panzers doing, trying to guess dives alone.
He really wants this VP, which makes sense. He's about to bleed out.
It's the Hellcat.
Hellcat's down. All right, both players a little careless with their vehicles.
AT gun did go down, but he's going to recruit that. Another path.
Okay, both players just want this VP. Apparently, look at the Sherman rolling right through.
Well, Red needs to get that VP. He's already down by 1, so getting a and that's going to be GG. There goes the AT gun from the paratroopers.
Yeah, valiant effort from both players. It's a fun game. Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe it's inexperience or just something they both players need to learn. But especially if you're going for this kind of stylist deck, you really want to play on the periphery. You don't want your opponent your main advantage on the flame tanks is the fact that they're fairly durable. They don't really they force your opponent to mass their AT, but they're also very mobile. So you can kind of jump units on the edge of the map rather than pushing. You really don't actually want to fight your opponent army to army if you're going for the flame tanks at all. You want to force your opponent to spread out and then jump units individually, and then you can either wipe them.
Eventually it will blow up. There we go.
And it
takes most of the squad with it.
Yeah, you didn't get the unit out of the vehicle. So you really want to play on the periphery to kind of abuse the maximum power for this. I think the American player got away with a little bit of murder because there's a few times there where they were a little aggro.
Yep. But also losing the flak track in the corner to that encirclement.
Yeah.
But also just having the AT gun and Panzerjägers out so early when there was no AT threat meant he couldn't really push the infantry off that well until we got the flame tanks. So
this paratrooper has been a complete hero this game. He has single-handedly killed half of the DAC vehicle part. Is this the loiter?
Oh, that's the dive bomb.
Oh, it's the dive.
Oh, stuff mark.
It's too slow. But yeah, it's basically won the game for the US player. This one Zook squad.
Yeah, because none of the DAC vehicles can, especially not the flame tank, can deal with this because it has to close in and get shot by the bazooka. It can't kite them.
Yeah, that's one of the weird things is how things snowball, right? Because he got that big flank kill on the flak relaying with that bazooka team, it got to Vet 3 so early, which then meant the later flame tanks had so much more trouble. Managing, like, for example, I think the DAC player probably needed to get out
Sherman, be careful. Be
an assault grenadier like sooner, because if he didn't have to invest his flak to just kick away like a single pathfinder, it would be much harder for the US player to react with the bazookas, because the bazookas are slow and your vehicles are fast. So as long as you're forcing him to react to you, then the bazookas are way weaker than.
Sorry they said GG, but we're still going.
Yeah. I feel like they forgot where this.
They faked it out a little.
Yeah.
Oh, the bike's going to try.
But they are keeping the American player occupied, and all these VPs are free right now.
They are all neutral.
But we just lost another school. We lost another Panzerjäger squad.
I mean, so this is more what you want to be doing, is having your vehicles on the side, because it's like if you throw a single Zook team. I mean, they are the paratrooper bazookas, so they probably could do okay against the flame tanks individually, but yeah, like, you really don't want to be fighting in the middle here. Oh, look at this Vet 3 hero squad. Wow, he's even kicking away infantry. Look at that. And then he kicks away the infantry off the VP, comes over here, fights the flame panzer. And then he's going to go back, capture the VP, and win the game.
Sherman's going to... Oh, no.
Miss.
Unfortunate.
I mean, it makes sense, Jason. The game is called Company of Heroes.
Hero freaking paratrooper squad.
Oh,
be so. Wait. As I say that, okay. I was like, if I jinxed it, they wipe right there.
I feel like we're all super invested in this one para squad.
I mean, it's the... okay, never mind. I was going to say it was the only Vet 3. The Panzer Grenadiers have now gotten to Vet 3.
It is interesting to see how, like, the U.S. players managed to get away with this little anti-infantry investment. Like, for most of the game, he had 2 paratroopers and an upgraded paratrooper as, like, his infantry part. If the DAC player recognized this and invested a little bit more into infantry, he would have been able to, like, fight so much more effectively. He wouldn't even need to rely on the flame tanks at all to win his infantry engagements. Yeah, as you can see, the DAC infantry have all really vetted up, because they just have favorable traits.
And Hussarius, you can see Hussarius' infantry do kind of struggle to fight this like the infantry head on. I'm surprised he's rebuilding the captain again.
He's a captain enjoyer.
So is that like the big brain play? Is you drop the GG when you're losing?
I don't know.
Your opponent thinks a surrender is coming and stops playing a little bit.
It is generally considered BM to say GG and not exit out. I don't know. I mean, they just kind of kept going.
I know this might be me as just being the dozer enjoyer. I wonder if the dozer would have been better, because it would be able to tank up the middle much better and just clear the infantry faster than the standard train.
Right.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, it depends on a little bit of hindsight, but like, if you knew that the DAC player had no access to martyrs and was not on tier 4, then yeah, the bulldozer would just completely clear the DAC army.
But, all right, so we're going to decap the VP on the right. Hopefully he can capture it. But Sherman is guarding the VP against the flame tank.
All right, let's see, Dak. You're
finally,
oh, he's going on the other one.
Tier 4 is finally coming online.
I don't know. But it's very brave to tech in this position. You'd probably be better off getting tier 2
martyrs and
getting the martyrs and stugs out. You just don't have enough like leg room to get up to Panzer 3s. I haven't been tracking the armory upgrades that the DAC player has. I don't think he has self-repair.
No, he does have self-repair. His flame panzers have been primarily
repaired. Is that? Okay.
That's why his infantry have not been staying behind to do repairs. He's relying completely on self-repairs to get...
I mean, for a good while, though, he was, like, keeping all his infantry in the base repairing. Yeah. Like, while DAC infantry can repair, you really don't want to be using your combat infantry to repair past, like, the early game. They repair very slowly, and you're tying down a very important capping / combat unit to repair. Like, you almost never want to repair with a Vet 3 Panzer Grenadier, unless you have the infantry upgrade. That's probably the one exception to that.
Well, the bike's going to be
brave. The bike is so brave.
Well, off it goes to a better world.
It's like, Commander, are you sure about this? I'm like, yep.
And Panzer Grenadiers get grenaded, so they go flying.
Oh, everywhere. Wait, is this the hero pair? It is the hero, of course. It's the hero pair.
It's the hero pair with the upgraded
grenades. GGV2.
Maybe he will tilt him again. Oh no, we just lost the med truck.
Oh, please. Okay. All right. I mean, GG still not. I mean,
I don't even care who wins or loses.
I mean, the
just care about this
GG
squad.
aside, these players have been like, it's been a cool late game.
Yeah.
Can we check how much? Oh, we can't.
Yeah.
One day.
I mean, we can, if you go into.
I was going to ask,
units-
well, how many kills did the paratroopers get by the end? That's always a neat thing to look at the end game
Yeah.
stats. Is the
Yeah, if you look at the efficiency value for that paratrooper squad, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's even after losing like one unit pretty early on. I think it was of that one that died on retreat.
somehow we still managed to get 34 infantry. No, those pathfinders. I was like the paratrooper.
I wonder what the overview. Wait, if you go back to overview, I think the KD should be pretty positive for the.
No, U.S. is behind because they just been.
Yeah, because the U.S. infantry were just weaker, right? So, GG's. That was a fun replay.
Yeah, that was great. So I think we'll start to wrap things up here. But you know what time it is? Maybe I should actually open Discord so I can find out. But it is time to pick our winners for our Endure and Defy DLC giveaway. If Discord ever decides to load for me. But yeah, any sort of final thoughts on that last match? What could the red player maybe have done a little bit differently? I know we were kind of talking about it throughout the match, but was there?
Probably more investment into anti-infantry. I don't think he needed as much anti-tank as he thought he did. Like,
Yeah.
he might have been expecting a vehicle, but even if a vehicle does arrive, generally it's not dangerous enough that not having that AT preemptively is the worst thing for DAC in particular, because they can generally get their counters out fairly quickly, and they're not too expensive, especially with the half-track deployment. But yeah, just really needing more infantry or anti-infantry in that early game phase, because he definitely was struggling at a certain point when he just had the flak, which was actually getting pushed back by the paras.
Like, I think one concept that is kind of like a little advanced, but I think is valuable to players is the idea of if my infantry are better than my opponent's infantry, it is easier to then deal with their power units. So like I was mentioning before, but because the DAC player didn't get out that much infantry, he had to use the flak or his flame tanks to deal with pretty simple fights. Like they had to kick away pathfinders and stuff like that, which means they're revealed to their opponent. They're usually committed to that spot, which means then I can move my bazookas, I can move my IT gun to go respond to those units. So it's a bit of an advanced concept, right? But it is very valuable, especially if you're playing a stack, because a lot of your army revolves around these units.
Right, yeah.
So you want to be, you want, like, and this is one of the things with Co 3 is that you have to be very reactive with your build orders. You kind of have to understand what your opponent is doing. It is a very deep knowledge kind of thing, but if you knew what options the US player had, he didn't have that many options to go that good infantry. So if you invested in early like assault grenadiers and you could get them vetted up, if you had like 2 assault grenadiers at like vet 1, vet 2, that would have been so difficult for the US player to deal with. He had no good answers for those units, but again, it's just kind of like knowledge and stuff like that.
Yeah, just more time in game.
But it's a good game. It was fun.
Yeah. So again, thank you to everyone that submitted those replays. I forget the name of the first person, but for both of you, please reach out to us on Discord and we'll get you hooked up with a cosmetic set. And congratulations to, drumroll, Sunji, Atticus, Black Knight. In the Discord, be sure to reach out to us by sending a message to the mod mail bot, and we'll get you your DLC keys for Endure and Defy. So yeah, thanks so much, everyone. I think we'll try and do more giveaways like this in the future, along with more replay reviews. So thank you, Jason. Thank you, Darren, for your time and your expertise. I think those were some fun matches to check out.
They were.
But stay tuned, everyone, because we are going to be talking about Update 2.3 here very, very soon. We're going to be announcing when that's coming out and what you can expect in that update. So, yeah, just stay tuned for that. We'll have more information. Of course, you can follow us on your channel of choice at Company of Heroes, or you can join the Discord at discord.gg/Relic Entertainment. And I think that's it. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you, Darren. And I'm sure we'll see both of you again real soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care.